life is incredibly short. The psalmist tells us that the span of our days is 70 years, or 80 if we manage still to remain strong. All those days are full of trouble and sorrow. That's a pretty depressing and gloomy picture, but to be a little more positive and encouraging, we're also told to number our days aright. I look back over my years in ministry. Perhaps there were occasions when there was family stress at home. A few minutes later, I've been in the hospital by the bedside of someone seriously ill or dying, and suddenly I'm realizing that what was annoying me at home was really insignificant and completely petty. Ministry has always been good at bringing my life into perspective. Talking about perspective, I'm not sure if anyone dying has ever wished that they could spend more time in the office. We are told to number our days aright. Let's imagine for a moment that you've just been told that you have 1 hour left to live. I wonder what difference that would make to you. What phone calls would you make just to say to someone that you love them? What checks would you write to prove your generosity? What would you do to make a difference during that remaining time? We are to number our days aright. Tim Keller is a prolific writer and a Presbyterian minister. He's been recently diagnosed with cancer. Each day has tears of its own, he would write. He is worried about leaving his wife behind. But having said that, God's presence has been nearer and sweeter than ever before. We are to number our days aright. Back in the 1990s, a Bible teacher, a man called Charles Price, was speaking at a convention. He told the story about a dear friend of his, and this friend had a saying that he repeated over and over again: "For this I have Jesus." I'm not quite sure if this is totally true, but the story goes on. I've heard it said that the man concerned had a stroke, and even though his speech had been completely taken from him, or more or less, still he was able to repeat those words: "For this I have Jesus." Charles Price, anyhow, was telling the first part of the story. Graham Kendrick, the well-known Christian songwriter, was sitting on the platform and felt inspired to write the words of a song: "For this I have Jesus." It's a song that is for every circumstance of life, when we're feeling disappointed, when we're hurt, when we're broken, when we're empty. In those times, we can turn to Jesus. And in our successes as well, to prevent us from becoming presumptuous or full of pride, celebrating our own achievements. Again, Jesus is with us. Today, as we number our days aright, I want to leave the words of this song with you. For this I have Jesus. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing them to you, but let me repeat them to you. For the joys and for the sorrows, the best and worst of times, for this moment, for tomorrow, for all that lies behind, fears that crowd around me, for the failure of my plans, for the dreams of all I hope to be, the truth of what I am. For this I have Jesus. For this I have Jesus. For this I have Jesus. I have Jesus. For the tears that flow in secret in the broken times, for the moments of elation or the troubled mind, for all the disappointments or the sting of old regrets, all my prayers and longings that seem unanswered yet. For this I have Jesus. For the weakness of my body, the burdens of each day, for the nights of doubt and worry when sleep has fled away, needing reassurance and the will to start again, a steely-eyed endurance, the strength to fight and win. For this I have Jesus. For this I have Jesus. For this I have Jesus. I have Jesus. And so do you, my friend.